Hello once again and welcome to the Tiernan Center in Richmond as we bring you Richmond girls basketball right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Great to have you with us. Back-to-back games this weekend. Red Devils lost an NCC contest last night to the Anderson Indians here at the Tiernan Center, but they're hoping to rebound tonight against a big and a physical East Central Trojan basketball team who comes in at 2-1. I'm Troy Daragowski. This is the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. The Red Devils last night just could not take care of the basketball. They finished unofficially with 34 turnovers, 21 of those in the first half. They went on a 5-minute scoring drought in that second quarter, and it put them in a big hole. They did make a couple of runs in the second half, but then the offense just never really got clicking throughout the entire night. Kayleona Lauderdale sat most of that third quarter, finished with just 8 points, and they're going to have her back on the floor here tonight. The key will be simple. You've got to rebound against a team that has several 6-foot players, and I'm talking 6+, 6'3", 6'4", going into this one here tonight. That gives you kind of an idea about how big East Central is. We'll scout the Trojans coming up in a few moments here on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. But when we come back, we'll hear from head coach Casey Polans. Coming up next, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you're born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shear.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boy's Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boy's Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Best One Tire and Service has been committed to our partners since 1948. With more than 250 locations in 26 states, Best One puts over 1 million tires on the road every year. Superior tires, expert service, competitive prices. Best One Tire and Service, where the best costs less.
Hi, I'm Roger Clark with Best One of Richmond. Because Best One is one of Bridgestone's largest retailers, we offer exclusive Bridgestone savings. Visit us in Richmond to save on Bridgestone tires today.
Hey, Casey, before we talk about last night, I look at the East Central statistics. I look at the roster. Are you sure you're not playing a college team today?
No, I'm not sure. And especially the way Kevin runs his program, they're very organized, they're very disciplined. You know, they've got 3 full teams. They're all bought in. I think last year he had all but 3 of his 24 players playing AAU and doing summer stuff. And, you know, he does a nice job. It's a nice program. They're very difficult to play against, and it'll be a good test for us.
Tell you what, balanced scoring, 2 players in double figures, but balanced scoring throughout. They've got so much size. How do you counter that size tonight?
Well, the first thing, and I know we'll talk about last night later, but take care of the ball. Limit possessions. We can't suddenly grow. That's not going to change for us. But we can play a lot smarter. We can take care of the basketball. We can have good spacing. You know, if we can spread the floor out, we can negate some of their size, make them step out. But if we play this game 15 feet in where we're packed in and we're not in our proper spots, it totally favors them. We've got to get the floor wide and spread. We've got to cut hard. We've got to do things to make them chase us or leave us open.
You know, when your players look out there and they walk out on the floor, and I know you've played them before, it isn't like it's anything new, but you see players that are 6'3", 6'4", 6'1". I mean, their shortest player might be 5'9". I don't know. I mean, it can be intimidating at times.
A little bit, and you know, I hope that it doesn't bother our kids too much because it's just life. You know, it's in the water where they are. It's like when you play Rushville, there's just certain teams that have that. You know, we don't. Unfortunately, we don't have that, you know. But we got some kids that are tough, and hopefully this will be a good challenge for us. You know, the unique thing about Indiana is this isn't an NCC game, and it's not a sectional game, so it doesn't really matter in terms of wins and losses. Obviously, we try to win every game we can, but, you know, it doesn't mean a thing. Yeah. You know, we lost this game 2 years ago and won sectional. Yeah. We've won this game before and got put out in the first round. You know, so this is more of a quiz than it is a test. You know, this isn't a semester final or anything like that. This is a chance to see where we are and what we need to work on, and a chance to see something that we won't see until we make it down the road in the tournament.
And as you said, it is a quiz, but it'd be really nice to pass this quiz, wouldn't it?
Oh, absolutely. And if my parents are listening, they'll be surprised I actually want to pass quizzes. Wasn't the best student growing up. But, yeah, you know, we want to do well. We want to perform well. And you know, everybody, me and Cody, get caught up in the scoreboard. Are we winning? Are we losing? But we've won games and played terrible, and we've lost games and played great. And this time of the year, this is our third game. Yeah. You know, and we've got to just keep growing and getting better and focusing on the roots of what's going to be the foundation of our program. It's good spacing on offense, patient, sprinting our cuts, you know, trying to continue to improve as a rebounding team. I don't know that we're ever going to be a great rebounding team, but we can always get better at it. And, you know, that's the message for tonight. We just got to continue to get better, and hopefully the scoreboard favors us. But if it doesn't, we get another chance on Tuesday. We just got to keep getting better.
You know, as you said, and it might sound like we're repeating ourselves, but you go back to last night, you had the turnovers, which was a huge killer for you guys, and Anderson got a ton of offensive rebounds as well. So you had the turnovers as second chances, you had the offensive rebounds as second chances. They had quite a few more than you did.
Absolutely, and you know the crazy thing about all of that is we only gave up 47 points.
Yeah.
With all the extra opportunities that we gave them through turnovers, through offensive rebounds, we only gave up 47 points. So that tells you that we're there, you know, because we can control the turnovers. Anderson is a unique opponent, and it's tough to play them this early in the year. And then you add in it's a league game, and you know, there's a lot of things. But ultimately, we got caught up in their trap that we played their pace, and we gave them a ton of opportunities. And through all of that, we were still in the game. We still competed. We still had our opportunities. So I feel good about that. We cut some of those in half, and maybe we make a shot instead of giving them an opportunity, and that game's a lot different. But that's what this time of year is for. We've got to continue to grow. If we did everything right now, it would be a boring year.
Well, I'll tell you what, I'll take boring sometimes.
Yeah, I'm not against boring. I would be okay with us being better than we are right now, but part of the fun is teaching the game and watching them grow, and we've got to remember that it is only game number 3 for us, you know, and the second in a back-to-back. So we've got work to do, and hopefully we just continue to keep getting better and we take the challenges in front of us.
I got to ask you, and I don't want to harp on the turnover thing, and that's not always an easy thing to address, but when a team does try to speed you up, and the players out on the floor need to realize that they need to take a step back as well. But how do you get the players to slow down mentally so it's not so fast for them?
Well, we've been working on that. We've been actually meditating for 10 minutes every day, trying to calm ourselves down, slow our minds down. You know, one of the things that really hurt us last night was we had 2 starters in foul trouble. So we have 2 kids with 3 years of varsity experience sitting on the bench, and we didn't have a lot of help. And then we started to feel like we had to do everything. Whoever had the ball had to do everything. And you know, as a coach, I probably should have taken some timeouts and got us in a better position. You know, I own that to them that today I didn't help them as much as I could have last night. But we've just got to continue to mature and grow and you know, not rely on one person to do everything. And I do think had we have not had some foul issues, but that's a mental thing. We committed the fouls. Not on the officials. We reached. We did dumb things, and we paid the price for it. And so hopefully we continue to grow and mature from that, and they realize the things that we're doing every day and the purpose of them and why we're doing them, and they start to really buy into those things, and I think it'll pay off.
You know, Lauderdale's one of those that is a senior now, and she got into that foul trouble in that third quarter, and I might even go back to the second quarter. She picked up a foul, and you had to kind of bring her out then, too. She's a player you got to have on the floor. Absolutely.
I mean, she's our best or second best ball handler, best or second best scorer. You know, she's an important player for us, and getting 3 in the second and that fourth one so early in the third really, really hurt us. And you know, she knows it and she feels bad about it, and we got to grow from it. It just, you know, but controlling impulses, like you talked about. How do you get them to slow down? You got to breathe. I got to slow down. I got to control impulses. Catch and look first. Be on balance. Just these little things that, basketball coaches have taught since second grade that they've got to remember. And sometimes we rely too much on our athleticism, and sometimes we get away with that, and we paid the price for it last night.
One other thing, if I may, and I'll let you go, is that when you went through that drought and it went for about 5 minutes, it's really sometimes just frustrating. You're trying to get somebody to get points on the board, and maybe they try a little bit too hard. Next thing you know, it snowballs, and just couldn't get that egg off the board for a while.
No, and part of that is we stopped executing an offense. We started putting our head down and trying to drive. We started firing 90-mile-an-hour passes at people's feet. We got out of our rhythm. We didn't do the things that we need to do. I don't think that we're going to be a 70, 80-point-a-game team. We're going to play games in the 40s and 50s, and that's what we need to do. And when you're doing that, you're going to have long possessions. I don't think we had many long possessions in that drought. We had a lot of quick possessions, and that's not our game.
Coach, I said one more thing, but you're playing back-to-back now for the first time. A good thing about it, they're both at home, so I guess you're kind of anxious to see how your team will react after last night.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like we talked about this kind of being a quiz and that. I mean, all of this right now is in preparation for January and February. All this is in preparation for next Saturday when we get another NCC game. We're trying to win our league. We're trying to win our sectional. Everything in between is just getting us ready for that. And so I am curious to see how we respond. Obviously, our JVs come out with a little bit of lead in their legs, and we got ran up and down and beat up pretty good last night physically. So it'll be interesting to see how we perform. And, you may see us change our subbing patterns a little bit early to try to get people fresh for the push in the second half.
All right, Coach, good luck tonight.
Thanks, man.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
We're back once again at the Tiernan Center on the Farm Bureau Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. Let's take a look at this East Central team. Kevin Moore has done a great job with this program. He's in his 9th year, 125 wins, 56 losses. They're 2-1 this year. They beat South Dearborn 67-27. They beat Madison 61-33. Lost to a very good Heritage Christian team 74-57. Last year they beat the Red Devils 61-40. They've beaten the Red Devils in 5 straight. The last Richmond win back in the 2011-2012 campaign, in which the Red Devils won 71-63, averaging almost 62 points per game. But the really big key is 11.3 offensive rebounds per game. Lauren Helton, a 6'1 forward, averaging 11 points per game. Allison Robbins, 6'4", a post player, averaging 10.7 and 8 rebounds a game. And Logan Cox, a 6'3 forward, 8 points, 10 rebounds a game. There are others, and we'll talk about those others coming up in just a few moments. Stay right there. We will come back on the Farm Beer Insurance with Kevin Shear pregame show. It's the Red Devils and the Trojans coming up in just a few moments. All the action, as always, right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
We check 'em better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back 'em better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
At First Bank Richmond, we provide you with an excellent banking experience. Whether it's personal checking, savings, mortgage loans, consumer loans, retail lending, or trust and investments, you can count on First Bank Richmond. First Bank Richmond has been serving the Richmond area since 1887. For more information, give them a call at 962-2581 or go to their website at firstbankrichmond.com. Back at the Tiernan Center, thanks for being with us on a Saturday night doubleheader for the Red Devils this weekend, losing again last night to Anderson, hoping to rebound here tonight against the Trojans of East Central. Here's how things will line up today for the Trojans. Logan Cox will start at the post, a 6'3" junior. She wears number 5. Also Lauren Weiler, a 5'6" junior guard. Weiler wearing number 12. Brylan McCory is a sophomore, 5'9" guard. Brylan wearing number 15. Lauren Helton is a 6'1" wing player, a senior wearing number 23. And Alyssa Robin is a 6'4" post player, another junior wearing number 40. So again, tonight it'll be Cox, Weiler, McCory, Helton, and Robin. For the Red Devils, they will go like this tonight. It'll be Braxton Hurley, a 5'7" senior wearing number 5. Kiara Wright gets the start, trying to get a little more size in the lineup. She's a 5'9" junior wearing number 12. Kayliana Lauderdale, a 5'7" senior, number 13. Zoe Woolridge, a 5'8" junior, number 21. And Anna Creech is a 5'8" junior wearing number 42. So again, for the Red Devils tonight, Hurley, Wright, Lauderdale, Woolridge, and Creech. Well, table set, we're ready to go. See if the Red Devils can come back after a disappointing night last night. Red Devils just did not hold on to the basketball pretty much the entire night. Red Devils in their home whites. You see the Trojans coming out in their traveling red. That is Logan Cox, 6'3" and a junior. And this one is underway. The tip won easily by the Trojans. And then Red Devils will pull back into their zone defense, hoping to force shots from the outside. Boy, the big post, Robin down low at 6'4". That's going to be tough for the Red Devils here tonight. They got to find a way to get some rebounds. They were terribly out-rebounded last night. That three-pointer on the way in good, and a good start on the three-point bucket. And the Trojans lead this one 3-0. Looked like that was 15. That was McCory who hit the three. And the Red Devils trail 3-0. There's Creech, Lauderdale on the baseline. Shot no good as coming up short was Woolridge. Creech able to come away with it, bouncing inside, and we've got a jump ball. And this will stay with the Red Devils, though they will be charged a turnover as they lose the possession arrow. We are just underway here at the Tiernan Center. Lauderdale will inbound on the baseline. Here is the ball knocked away, last touched by Weiler, the junior guard. They got a good junior class. Braxton Hurley working down the inside, unable to come up with that basketball, but again tipped out of bounds. Here's Woolridge with the ball. Woolridge looking to give it up, does so now to Creech on the wing. Creech will drive into the lane. Shot's going to be blocked. As Robin gets the block, we head the other way. East Central basketball. There's a double dribble and turnover by East Central, their first turnover. Now, Richmond, you heard Coach talk about it in the pregame that the one thing they're going to have to do today and keep it away from all this size as East Central looks to trap. They've got to really slow this game down a little bit. Here's Wright in the corner. Red Devils will set it back out front to Hurley. Woolridge to Wright, top of the key. Bounce pass inside to Creech. Got away with a travel shot off the front of the rim. Helton with a rebound. Another 6'1 player. The entry pass. They'll try to go across the lane. Logan Cox in a turnover. Second turnover now by the Trojans. Layup good inside as Creech gets on the board for the Red Devils, and Richmond now trailing it by 1. 3-2 your score. Red Devils back in that zone. Lob pass inside intended for Cox. And there's a block shot by Creech. Got a hand on it. Weiler trying to go up with a shot. Gets it blocked, and the Red Devils have a chance to take the lead. Shot is going to be missed as coming up short was Braxton Hurley. Here come the Trojans. They want to push the ball up the floor and get it down low. But, boy, another turnover. That's 3. Red Devils bring Heaven Stevens in. Woolridge will sit down. Also, Weiler will sit down for the Trojans. We'll see Megan Cotty come in. Cotty's a 5'6" sophomore, averaging 9 points per game. Again, you'll see the Trojans use that half-court trap. We also see Helton on the top of that zone trap. Red Devils miss, and another turnover. Boy, 4 turnovers already for East Central as Logan Cox throws that one out of bounds. And the Red Devils will have it with 5:10 remaining in the quarter. Lauderdale had to go high to get that one on the right side. Lauderdale with a left-hand dribble in the lane. Kicks it back outside. The three-pointer no good by Stevens. And here come the Trojans once again. Here's McCory across the timeline. McCory will feed it to the near side to Helton and around the perimeter. Cotty once again between the circles. Now to McCory. Near side will find Helton. Good ball movement here by the Trojans. Really making that defense work. Wide open 3. Way short by Helton. Rebounded by Robin. And once again, Trojans will get it back, and they bounce it out of bounds again. 5 turnovers for East Central, and they're going to get a quick timeout. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 4:31 to go in the opening period. Red Devils trail this one by 1.
Hi, this is Steve Funkhauser, and I was talking to someone the other day about how friendly and professional the crew at Jiffy Lube is, and they said, "You are always so upbeat. I'm going to call you Mr. Positive." And so now I am Mr. Positive. And I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you are doing a great job today. And hey, do something nice for somebody. Make somebody smile. Smiles are contagious, you know. I want you to have a great day and the horse you rode in on. Jiffy Lube. Fast, friendly, professional. I'm Mr. Positive, and I approve this message.
3-2 early. A lot of turnovers for an East Central team that you would not have expected. For head coach Kevin Moore, he called the timeout, and He cannot be happy with his team, at least in the early stages of this one. There you see that half-court trap once again for the Trojans. Red Devils will break it. Here's a short jumper, no good, as Kelsey Mullins has checked into the lineup, and that'll be a rebounding foul on Richmond. Looks like Allen has come in. Alea Allen is a 5'10 freshman for the Red Devils. She'll pick up her first, and that is our first foul of the ball game. Low-scoring opening quarter. Trojans, again, will work that ball around the perimeter, and that's something that they're very good at. But again, they're a little unusual, all the turnovers in the post. Robin can't get it to fall. Red Devils the other way, out on the run. Here is Hurley, fakes the pass, shoots and misses. Rebound by Helton. Here come the Trojans. Fast break the other way. Entry pass intended for Cox. Almost turned over again. Trojans back in the half court. Here's Cotty. Cotty, top of the key. Red Devils in a 2-3 zone. They'll work Allen inside as she'll be posting up along with Logan Cox. So you're talking about a size advantage at about 6'4". Allen only about 5'10". Trojans again looking for the opening. Cotty reversing it to the right side to Helton. Down low, and there's your layup. They finally got it to Logan Cox. And that's what they were working for, the pass inside. And Cox will pick up her first basket. And the Red Devils trail to 5-2. Lauderdale goes high to get a very high pass that time by Richmond's Braxton Hurley. And that'll be a foul as Hurley falls out of bounds. Foul's going to be called on. I think Helton picks up her first. 2:56 remaining in the quarter. Lauderdale inbounding to Stevens at midcourt. That's where Richmond will set up. That'll be Hurley at the elbow. Hurley puts it on the floor with a left-hand dribble. Down the lane. Floater good, and she's fouled. Good penetration by Braxton Hurley. 12 points last night. Chance to tie the game here in the opening quarter. So far, Richmond not showing any ill effects of last night's contest. Allen is out. Lauderdale is out. Richmond really subbing freely here in this opening period. That foul was on Megan Cotty. And here's Hurley at the line. Hurley now with 3. And the Red Devils have tied this ball game at 5 apiece. Trojans, their bread and butter is what they do down inside as they want to try to post up down low. Here's Cotty for 3, no good. And the rebound battled for Robin, and it'll go out of bounds. Robin had a hand on it. Also, it was Helton. And eventually, Richmond able to battle for the loose basketball. Logan Cox will come back in. Alyssa Robin will leave the ball game. Lauderdale back in, and this will give Braxton Hurley a chance to take a break. 2:32 to go here in the opening quarter. Here's Mullins. Stops just shy of the trap. I'd like to see her keep her dribble right there. Woolridge back again to Mullins, and she travels with it. Just the second turnover by Richmond, though, which is a vast improvement over last night so far. So the Trojans will get it back. Richmond 2-3 zone, though. They'll play Mullins right around the key area. Make sure she can make the transfer back over, and the lob pass underneath for Logan Cox. And boy, it's hard to get the ball away from her at 6'3", and that ball right up where she wanted it. So Logan will go to the line for 2 shots. Foul's going to be called on Richmond's Kiana Wright. Free throw is good, and the Trojans now take a 1-point lead. Kiara Wright, the 5'9" junior, picks up the foul. Second free throw is on the way, no good. And Woolridge with a rebound. 2 minutes even. Lead pass intended for Wright goes out of bounds. Turnover Richmond. That's number 3. That's one thing probably you want to make sure you're really prepared on who you're throwing to at that point. Lauderdale, in all likelihood, coach wanted her to take the ball down the floor. So now the Trojans will try to build on their lead. East Central on top, 6-5. Here's a three-pointer on the way. That's missed by McCory. And a rebounding foul called against the Trojans, and I think they got Logan Cox, and that will be her first. Checking into the lineup will be Paige Hogue now for East Central. 6 foot and a senior. They just keep bringing in one 6-footer after another. Richmond will be facing that zone trap once again. Well, just one thing about this, be patient. Don't try to rush it, and then don't throw a bad pass like that. And then Mullins nearly committed the foul as Cotty gets the layup. Red Devils, a costly turnover right there. That's number 4. And the Red Devils now trail at 8-5. There's a tip again. And what do we have? A foul call. And looks like they may get Logan Cox for her second. So Cox will pick up number 2. Coming out of the lineup will be Mullins. Mullins, a costly turnover as Lauderdale is back in. Also back in for Richmond is Anna Creech. Red Devils down by 3. Here's Lauderdale. Lauderdale so far has yet to score tonight. She'll drive and cannot finish it, but will go to the line. Lauderdale got into foul trouble last night, ended up sitting pretty much most of that third quarter. Helton ready to come back in, the senior for East Central. And Lauderdale will stay scoreless. She was scoreless last night in the second half. Weiler is back in. Trojans showing they have a little bit of depth on their team as well. 1:09 to go in the first. Lauderdale's second free throws on the way, missed them both. Rebound battled for, and the battle won by Paige Hogue. East Central basketball leading it by 3. Red Devils have gone a little bit of a scoring slump once again. Richmond trying to trap down in the corner. East Central trying to be patient as well on offense. They want to get that ball down inside. Boy, positioning-wise, Logan Cox had Woolridge pinned off down low. Turnover. Lauderdale with a steal. Lauderdale with a layup. 6 turnovers now for East Central. And the Red Devils trail it by 1 as we're down to 30 seconds in the opening period. Boy, East Central uncharacteristically turning the ball over a lot here in the opening quarter of play. Weiler with the basketball now with the left hand, bouncing near side. Abby Koch is checked in, misses the long-range shot. Rebound battled for. Logan Cox got a hand on it. Now we've got a foul on Heaven Stevens at 7.9 seconds remaining here in the quarter. Mullins will come back in. Brylan McCory will come back in as well. Also, we'll see Leia Allen come into the lineup, the 5'10 freshman. And they'll make sure that Lauderdale doesn't pick up a foul as she will head to the bench. And again, 7.9 remaining. Here's McCory on the inbound. She'll quickly get it back. 5 seconds remaining. They're looking inside, nothing there. Quakers really, or should say the Red Devils, doing a nice job and a block shot. That was Wright getting the block out front. And a low-scoring opening period of plays. We head to the second quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. East Central on top of the Red Devils by a score of 8-7. This is Richmond basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sport.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Tonight's game brought to you in part by your Richmond area Subways. Each day of the week, you can get a different 6-inch sub with no artificial flavors or colors, only $3.50. Every Monday, the sweet onion chicken teriyaki, Wednesday, the turkey breast, and Saturday, the Black Forest ham. Treat yourself at Subway, 4 locations in Richmond and Hagerstown. Subway, eat fresh. Red Devils down by 1 as we begin the second quarter. Shot from the wing, 3-pointers missed. Helton can't connect. Offensive rebound put back good by McCory. And that's an area where, again, the Red Devils can't afford to make many mistakes, and that is rebounding. McCory, by the way, with 5. Red Devils in the half court. Is now the Trojans really extending their defense as they've gone man-to-man down the lane. Woolridge, nice pass, and the layup good as Woolridge gets on the board. 10-9, Richmond trailing by 1. Trojans again looking down low as they brought, speaking of East Central, Alyssa Robin back in. Robin receives underneath, got bumped, and I'm not sure that a lot of that had to do with Robin just losing her balance, but they're going to get the foul call against Anna Creech. So Creech will pick up her first. Robin, they'll take that back. That's going to be Logan Cox, will come out of the lineup. And I think this is Kyla Maxwell. Maxwell, a 5'9" freshman, checking in. That's a 3-pointer from the corner, good by Helton. Helton with her first basket of the night, 13-9. Here is Creech. Creech will find down low. That was Braxton Hurley missing. Hurley had a wide open shot from the right wing. Trojans on the rebound. They'll quickly push the ball up the floor. This is Weiler. Skip pass. Now to Helton. Helton stops, nearly traveled with it. And there's a block by Hurley. Ball loose in the lane. We've got a jump ball, and that'll be Richmond basketball. East Central now with 7 turnovers. Richmond continues to sub here in the first half. They really want to keep as many fresh bodies in there as they possibly can. Trailing it by 4. This is the largest deficit so far. Again, a close ball game here in the first half. Braxton Hurley and double dribbled with it. She knew it. 5 turnovers now for Richmond. Again, they're still ahead of the pace that they had last night, in which they turned the ball over 21 times in the first half. Coming up on 6 minutes here in the second quarter. Hurley anticipating and then fouls. Went for the steal just a little bit too late. Braxton will pick up her first. See if the Trojans again will try to get it down low. There's a lob pass on the backside. Not a very good pass as McCory had to go up and get it. They're trying to do that little back screen. Here's a jumper. That's missed by McCory, and the offensive rebound by Weiler, and the foul's going to be called against the Red Devils. They will get Kiera Wright on the foul. Kiera will pick up her second, and this will put Logan Weiler at the line for 2 shots. East Central, as a team, they average 35 rebounds. They shoot 47% as a team as Allen's set to come in. One other stat that kind of sticks out in the first 3 games for the Trojans, they averaged 12.3 steals per game. Second free throw is on the way, and it is short. Ball tipped out of bounds, and that will be East Central basketball, last touched by Richmond. Thought that ball was touched by a Trojan player. .544 remaining. Quick entry, short jumper, good. Maxwell with the bucket. And now East Central, a little bit of space here in this second quarter. Red Devils work it inside as that shot's off the mark. Might have been partially blocked as Richmond getting inside to Heaven Stevens. Allen right back out of the lineup. Richmond only had her down the floor once. Red Devils inbound. Here's Wright once again. Now to Hurley. Hurley puts it on the floor, drives hard off the glass, and East Central comes away with a rebound. Looks like in the ball game now is Tristan Dennis, a 5'9 sophomore, number 32, and that'll be a foul call on Creech, and she has 2 quick fouls. Boy, I tell you what, even when they bring in Tristan Dennis, we're talking about another 5'9 forward. They just don't get much smaller. They really do handle the ball pretty well, other than the early turnover issue. This is McCory at the line. The left-handed shot is on the way and good. McCory now with 6. And now the biggest lead of the ball game at 17-9. McCory's second free throw. Perfect on both, and now Richmond have to battle back here as a deficit. Much like what we saw last night when they went on that scoring drought, and there's another travel. This time they'll get Stevens. 6 turnovers by Richmond. And just slowly, methodically, the Trojans building the lead, and Richmond doesn't want this thing to get too far out of hand before halftime. Kiera Wright will come back in for the Red Devils. Try to go high-low, that's Robin. Boy, I tell you what, you're only a couple of feet away from her, and then McCory drills it at Robin. You might want to make that pass a little softer. That's 8 turnovers now for East Central. Heaven Stevens coming out of the lineup for Richmond. We mentioned Kiera Wright is back in. 18-9 Richmond in this quarter. They've scored only 2 points. Another drought. That ball tipped right back, though, to Hurley. In the corner, the jumper no good by Wright. Woolridge with the rebound, and Woolridge will go to the line for 2. They'll get Robin on the foul. That'll be her first. And as we mentioned, here is Woolridge at the line. 2 shots. Red Devils so far 1 of 3 from the line. And Richmond in the scoring column here in the third, or I should say in the second, with their 3rd point. 4:25 to go. Second free throw on the way by Woolridge is no good. And the rebound by East Central. Here come the Trojans once again. And they will waste no time. That's a near travel by Maxwell. Shot in the corners off the top of the backboard. Not a good look that time by Dennis. Here come the Red Devils. Here's Hurley driving and scoring and will be fouled. Boy, this reminds you a lot of last night in the second quarter. The Red Devils did go on a 5-minute drought, but they still managed to score 12 points in the quarter. Lauderdale out, Mullins in. And here is Braxton Hurley at the line. Red Devils trail it by 6, now make it 5. Richmond, again, like last night, just kind of hanging in there. But again, only 6 turnovers for Richmond here in the first half. Dennis off the left wing. McCory swings it right to the elbow. Trojans again having a difficult time getting it down in the low post as Anna Creech doing a nice job, and another turnover by the Trojans. Creech is doing a good job. Of course, now she's playing with those 2 fouls. Able to play physical down low, and again able to do it with those 2 fouls. That's quite a testament so far for Anna Creech. Creech in the backcourt. Now will dribble to the midcourt line. Now that's the one thing you got to avoid. If you're going to go there, you better have somebody to throw to in the middle of the floor, and there really wasn't anyone there as East Central looking to trap. Otherwise, do a back dribble out of it and get out of there. Red Devils inbound on the sideline. Here's Wright. We'll get it back again to Hurley. Hurley to Creech on the right wing. Mullins will swing it now to Wright. Wright puts it on the floor, bouncing inside. Ball loose, picked up by Woolridge. Woolridge now to Creech on the baseline. Creech with the left hand. It'll be Hurley. Hurley looks inside, turnover Richmond. Maybe one pass too many, and then heading back the other way. The foul will be called on Hurley, and Braxton just picked up her second. And we have a 1 and bonus situation. Hurley will have to come out. Lauderdale checking in for Richmond. Here's McCory at the line. McCory 2 for 2 from the stripe. Free throws on the way. Count it. Another change as we will see the Trojans go big again as Alyssa Robin is in, 6'4". So now you have Cox at 6'3", Robin at 6'4". Second free throw is no good. Offensive rebound, Robin. The putback is missed. Now she's still a little bit raw offensively. There's a tip and a steal. Lazy pass by Lauderdale. Three-pointer is on the way, no good. Rebound by East Central, and we've got a tie-up. Helton is the one who missed the 3. It will be East Central basketball. And they lose the possession arrow. Now 10 turnovers for East Central in the first half. 3:02 remaining in the opening half of play. Trojans using those 2 big bodies underneath. There's the entry pass. Now inside, the layup is good. That'll go from Cox to Robin. And you can basically, what you're doing there is just throwing over the top of that defense. You have so much size. Lauderdale lost it at midcourt. Red Devils with their 9th turnover. Here's East Central back the other way. McCory in the corner shoots the air ball from 3, and the rebound pulled away by Anna Creech. Red Devils down by 8. 2:22 to go, and Wright will step out of bounds. Turnover number 10 now for Richmond, each team with 10. Cotty is back in again for East Central. Weiler also coming back in for the Trojans. Richmond will make a change. Heaven Stevens will come in. She'll play down in that forward spot. Creech pushing underneath, trying to get position on Logan Cox. Getting very physical underneath. That shot from the corner, good, and a 3-pointer. That'll be Helton for 3, and the Red Devils now down by 11. And Richmond turns it over again. East Central on the attack, and they give it right back. Each team now with 11. 1:56 remaining in the first half. Again, it's been kind of a slow, methodical lead here for East Central. Stevens running down the loose basketball. Here's Creech, 3-pointer the way, no good. Stevens with a rebound. Stevens one dribble away from a much bigger player, and a timeout by the Red Devils. We will take a timeout as well, and the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. 1:40 remaining in the first half. Red Devils trail it by 11.
Hello, my name is Kyle Schwarzkopf. I'm the manager of Kyle's National Road Auto, in business in Richmond since 1979. We employ ASE certified technicians, and we have over 80 years of experience. We work on all domestics and most European and Japanese cars. Give us a call at 966-1555. Kyle's National Road Auto Service. My name is Kyle Schwarzkopf, and I approve this message.
And Casey Poland's getting a quick timeout. Wanted to make sure that Richmond kept that possession. Still a minute 40 remaining, and you want to get at least a couple of points right here and then get a stop if you possibly can and get that 11-point deficit under double digits. All a mental thing, as there's a nice inbound to Stevens. Missed it with a left hand. Probably could have done a power move right there on the left side and laid it in. So the Red Devils had a good plan on the inbound, just could not execute it to the point where they got some points out of it. So East Central back in the half court again. Skip pass. Good ball movement again. Here's Helton. And a foul called against Mullins. Mullins will pick up her first, and we are in the bonus. 1:11 remaining here in the first half. Cotty will step to the line again. The one in bonus. That is the 8th team foul. Take that back. The 9th team foul on Richmond. Cotty's first trip to the free throw line tonight is a good one. Well, this is a East Central team that, you look at the first 3 games. Again, that one game they had against Heritage Christian, one of the top teams in the state. That is probably the best test they're going to have all year. It gets no better than Heritage Christian. Here's Lauderdale driving, and the scoop shot is missed, and a foul call against the Trojans. They're going to get Logan Cox, and I think that's going to be Logan's third. Well, they say just number 2. So Lauderdale goes to the line. 2 points for Kayleana Lauderdale so far tonight. And now 1 of 3 from the line. Well, the Trojans, like Richmond, they have been subbing liberally here in the first half. They continue to bring in fresh bodies. Second free throw's on the way. It is no good. 25-14. Red Devils remain in an 11-point deficit. Under a minute remaining in the first half. Weiler with the basketball gets the high screen from Helton. Ball tipped in the air. Trojans will keep it. Tipped again. Good quick hands on the deflection. That pass will go underneath, and there is Paige Hogue getting the pass from Robin, and will go to the line. One thing I noticed about Robin is she doesn't always look to score. She will look to pass, so in fact has done so the last couple of times, and Heaven Stevens picked up the foul. This game starting to look a little bit like what happened yesterday, in which the Red Devils were outscored 17-12 after an even opening quarter. Second free throw is on the way. It is good. So a 13-point lead as Hogue will get her first 2 points of the night. Near steal by McCory. Pressure kind of ratcheted up here by East Central. There's a drive and a bucket good by Lauderdale. That'll cut that deficit down to 11. Lauderdale now with 5 and can get that lead down to 10, but misses another free throw. And in there for the rebound is Allen, a jump ball. It'll stay with the Red Devils. They will lose the possession error on this one, but again, a valuable possession at 28.9 remaining here in the first half. Woolridge driving off the glass, good. Woolridge. And the Red Devils have got it under 10, 27-18. See if East Central will play for one, and that's going to be a foul on Mullins, and that will be her second. Trojans will go to the line. This will be McCory. It is number 2 on Mullins. Braylon McCory, just a sophomore, 5'9", left-handed shooter. And a good free throw. Of course, at halftime, we'll run down the first half scoring totals. And we're back to an 11-point lead. 10 seconds remaining. See if Richmond can get a good look. Here's Lauderdale launching the three and missing. Might have been quick on the trigger. East Central will have one last chance. And there's a foul at the buzzer. They're going to get Mullins on her third. And what's more important about that, it's a three-point attempt. And boy, Richmond, a huge mistake right there. So McCory heads up, shooting the shot. Will now get 3, and the first one is no good. Well, I know that's a tough call, but the one thing that Mullins has to do is make sure that you get nowhere close to the shooter right there, and the second one missed. Of course, it's a little bit different when you're standing there all by yourself. So McCory has one more. And nothing hurt. She missed all 3 of them. So a break for the Red Devils as McCory ends up going 0 on that three-point attempt. We have made it to halftime on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. East Central 29, Richmond 18. Your halftime numbers coming up in just a moment. This is Richmond girls basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
It's summertime, the kids are home, and traffic on your carpet is pretty heavy. Let Georgia Direct install stain-proof, waterproof carpet that's easy to take care of and gives your home a fresh new look. Georgia Direct has great-looking carpet, colorful tile, beautiful hardwood flooring, and more. And for the kitchen, the Georgia Direct showroom features lots of new cabinets and design ideas. Georgia Direct in Richmond, National Road East, exit 156A, just off I-70, next to Red Lobster. For price, selection, experience, and service, it's Georgia Direct.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally to watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Finding a used car dealership you can trust is not an easy thing to do, but for me, the choice was an easy one. I went to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond. I purchased my last 2 cars from Tony's and couldn't be happier with the service. They didn't pressure me, and they worked with me through the entire process. If you're in the market for a great used vehicle, get to Tony's Car Sales in Richmond, 250 National Road West, or give them a call at 962-5665, or go to their website, tonyscarsales.com. Summit Computer Systems is a full-service computer manufacturing and support company founded in 1997. They partner with businesses and individuals to provide computer systems, hardware service, support, design services, high-speed wireless internet, network design, and more. Summit Computers, 1427 Chester Boulevard in Richmond. Give them a call at 939-2120.
For the past 35 years, Van Vliet Insurance has built a reputation of bringing a personal touch. That's because at Van Vliet, it's all about you, your needs, your life, and our town. Along with providing quality coverage to individuals, families, and local businesses, we're proud of our community and the opportunity we have to protect your future within it. Van Vliet Insurance, an Erie Insurance representative. Hometown professionals at work for you.
At Square Donuts, we take our donuts seriously, and apparently so do our customers. Square Donuts is by far the #1 donut shop in Richmond. At Square Donuts, we bake our donuts, cinnamon rolls, long johns, and many other varieties fresh daily. Donuts became our family tradition and business in 1967, and we've continued through 3 generations. Square Donuts in Richmond has 2 locations, including 1241 Northwest 5th Street and 3637 East Main in the Hoppy Jeweler Plaza. Square Donuts of Richmond. We never cut corners and never will.
Well, there you see the halftime score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. East Central on top of Richmond 29-18. The Red Devils outscored 19-11 in that second quarter. It was like last night when they were outscored by Anderson 17-12 in that second quarter. And surprisingly, in some ways, from a scoring standpoint, the bigs, the 6'4", 6'3" players for East Central are not hurting the Red Devils tonight in that scoring area. In fact, you look at Logan Cox, only 2 points. Alyssa Robin, also just 2 points. We'll talk about that scoring coming up in just a couple of moments. Red Devils will have to be careful in the foul department. Stevens has 2, Hurley has 2, Creech has 2, Wright with 2, and Mullins with 3 with that foul at the end of the first half. Here's how the scoring went for East Central. McCory with 11, 6 points by Helton, 3 points by Cotty, Logan Cox with 2, 2 by Hogue, Robin with 2, also Maxwell with 2, and a single point by Weiler in that first half. For the Red Devils, they were led in scoring by Braxton Hurley with 6. Also, Kayleana Lauderdale with 5, Woolridge with 5, and Creech with 2. In the turnover department, the Red Devils with 12 in the first half. They cut that down from 21 in the first half last night, but they also have forced East Central into 11 turnovers in the first half. By the way, Helton averaging 11 points per game, Robin averaging 10.7, and the Red Devils again have held those 2 players pretty much in check here tonight. Tonight's game brought to you in part by Jason Wise of Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. He has an idea for an alternative fundraiser for your school group or nonprofit. If you list, buy, or refer a customer and mention this promotion, he'll donate 10% of what he makes on that transaction to the school group or nonprofit of your choice in your name. Tell your friends, family, colleagues to mention this offer when listing with Jason Wise at Better Homes and Gardens First Realty Group. Give Jason a call at 969-3400. Again on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, East Central 29, Richmond 18. Second half action coming up. This is Richmond girls basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
For over a century, Richmond Power and Light has been providing safe, reliable energy to the citizens and businesses of Richmond and the surrounding area. Through their dedicated and talented employees, they are advancing their tradition of exceptional service through new technology, training, and efficiency in everything they do. Richmond Power and Light provides reliable, low-cost energy and technology services in a customer-focused, environmentally responsible, safety-conscious manner. Richmond Power and Light. Together we make powerful partners.
We check them better. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle is fully inspected and reconditioned by ASE and factory-trained technicians. And each Better Buy vehicle comes with a Carfax vehicle history report, so you know you can buy a vehicle with confidence. We back them better with a 3-day satisfaction guarantee. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified comes with a 3-day or 300-mile satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like it within that 3 days or 300 miles, just bring it back and we'll exchange it for a vehicle of equal value. Every Wetzel Better Buy certified vehicle comes with a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. We price them better. We have dedicated individuals searching the entire country for the highest quality, lowest price vehicles for our inventory. In today's competitive market, we're constantly monitoring vehicle values to ensure that we're offering the best prices possible. We guarantee that every Wetzel Better Buy vehicle is the highest quality used car or truck around. Our reconditioning process guarantees that you are getting a vehicle as close to brand new as possible, and our warranties back that up.
For over 30 years, Reynolds Plumbing has been keeping the Richmond-Wayne County area running. Whether on commercial properties, restaurants, or residential, they've done quality plumbing, heating, and air work for thousands of customers. In a small town, a company like theirs cannot stay in business for as long as they have without being very good at what they do. It's not just about quality work, it's about customer service. If that's the kind of experience you want on your next plumbing or HVAC job, then Reynolds Plumbing has you covered. Call Reynolds Plumbing today at 966-0994.
Well, at halftime, it's all about adjustments. Let's see who made the right adjustments as we begin here the third quarter. Red Devils trailing this one by 11. It could have been worse if the 3 free throws were made by McCory at the end of the first half. But here we go. 8 minutes here in the third. The drive inside and a rare drive and a miss, as the Trojans can't get that one to fall, as McCory missed the 3 free throws and now misses the layup. Here is Richmond going to Lauderdale, driving, stopping, going outside to right. Three-pointer good. Good start for the Red Devils here in the third, as Richmond has now cut that deficit down to 8. Trojans back in the half court. McCory will find Wheeler. And there's another turnover by East Central. That's number 12. This is how they started the ball game. They really haven't played all that well here tonight, but maybe it's because Richmond's played okay. I say okay, take away some of those turnovers, and they would have been a little bit in better shape, as Creech gets cut off on the baseline on the drive by Cox. Here's Lauderdale. Once again now to Hurley. Red Devils will be patient and reset. Only down by 8. That is Lauderdale driving baseline. Shot good. And Richmond scores the first 5 points of the third quarter, and all of a sudden it's a new ball game. They've cut the deficit down to 6. East Central again. Richmond stays in the zone. That is McCory. And they'll whip it around the perimeter. Here's a three-pointer the other way. Rims in and out. The rebound by Cox. And a foul called against the Red Devils. And I think they ended up getting Creech. And for Anna, that should be her third. Creech will come out. We'll also see Megan Cotty come in, the 5'6" sophomore for East Central. Trojans inbound on the baseline. There's a travel, no whistle. Ball tipped as Richmond again getting deflections everywhere. That three-pointer rims in and out, and the rebound by Allen, the freshman for Richmond. And a foul called in East Central. And we just lost our scoreboard. Somebody kicked it loose underneath. We have seen this before where somebody moves their foot and unplugs something. So we have a little bit of a delay right here until they get that fixed. By the way, Richmond will be back in action on Tuesday. First 5 games of the season are here at home for the Red Devils. There you see Casey Polans as he talks with his ball club. Well, they're going to try to fix that. We're going to take a quick break. We'll come back as the Red Devils right back in this ball game, 29-23. This is Richmond basketball right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Indiana University East is growing. Enrollment has doubled since 2007, and IU East is the university of choice in this region. With athletic programs, internship opportunities, bachelor's and master's degrees, and a growing number of degree programs on campus and online, it is easy to see why IU East is a leader on campus and in the community. Learn more about the many opportunities Indiana University East offers at iue.edu. IU. Focused on you.
Hey, this is Steve, and out at Jiffy Lube the other day, a customer came in and said, Steve, this was my 100th oil change on this car, and you've done them all.
Hi, my name is George Farrell, and I've been coming to Jiffy Lube for over 14 years. I recently just had my 100th oil change. I'd like to thank Steve Funkhauser and his staff for the great service that they've provided me over the years. Thank you to all, and I would recommend anyone to come to Jiffy Lube to get their car serviced.
Jiffy Lube, #1 in customer satisfaction for a reason.
I think right now as we are back, they're trying to make sure that they get the right time on the clock, and we don't have the ability of instant replay or anything, so we couldn't help them out in that situation. But they put it at 6 minutes and 20 seconds. And it will be Richmond basketball after a short delay. East Central continues with their zone trap, trying to speed things up against a team they saw turn the ball over 34 times last night. Here's Wright in the lane, and the block shot underneath by Logan Cox, or was that Robin? It was Robin. Trojans average 4 blocks per game. Red Devils back into their zone as they'll look to force the action down low. Driving down the lane, offensive foul. They will get a moving screen on Robin. That will be her second. So a turnover once again for the Trojans. That'll be their 13th turnover. Red Devils facing that trap once again as here is Hurley across the timeline, right back to Hurley. 5:43 to go in the quarter. Lauderdale looking for the screen from Woolridge. Will take it baseline, and a foul called against McCory. First foul on McCory. Team foul number 3 on the Trojans here in the second half. Red Devils inbound. Here is Hurley. Straight away, guarded there by Cotty. Lauderdale on the drive. Lost it. Turnover Richmond. That's number 13 on the Red Devils. Trojans on the run. Basket good. Abby Cook with the bucket. 31-23. Red Devils now trail it by 8. Hurley against the double team. Now gets trapped, and Richmond's going to get a timeout. We will take a timeout as well on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail this one 31-23. This is Richmond girls basketball on Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Some people are born lucky. Other people take luck into their own hands, avoid stepping on sidewalk cracks, and wouldn't dare walk under a ladder. But whether you were born with luck or make your own, when it comes to your insurance coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance today or visit them online at infarmbureau.com to purchase an auto policy. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
Red Devils got a timeout. They want to keep as many possessions as they possibly can. .508 remaining in this third quarter. Richmond, they've actually played much better than they did last night against a much better team. So this is encouraging for Casey Pollins. Boy, a team that is also much bigger than what they saw last night as well. Woolridge, nothing there. Right, top of the key. Here's Allen. Allen may be a little bit out of her element out there, and there's a travel. See, that's one thing. They got to get a guard back over and get it out of her hands, let her get back in a position that she is more familiar with, and that's down in the low post. Richmond now with their 14th turnover, and we do the comparison to last night when you consider they had 34. They were turning it over on a regular basis, but tonight they've taken care of the basketball much better. East Central trying to lob that ball underneath if they can find the opening here for Robin. 4:27 to go. There's Robin. Quickly kicks it out, and how about Hurley with a block shot with authority. She sent McCory's shot about 5 rows out. It would have been further, but somehow that thing got stopped in the stands. Hurley anticipating well, of course, using a lot of her skills from soccer, but this time with her hands, not her feet. In the lane, shot no good by Cotty. Rebound by Wright. Here come the Red Devils. Once again, it'll be Hurley. Hurley's a much better ball handler this year than she has been in previous years. Now uses the left hand on the drive. Got bumped and still manages to score. 8 points by Hurley. Red Devils close the gap again. East Central wasting no time, getting the ball back in the half court. You know, I'm surprised. They really do like to get the ball. They're more of an up-tempo team than I anticipated. Lob pass inside, and that's Robin off of her leg and out of bounds. McCory probably should have shot it. I think it's what Robin thought she was going to do, not anticipating a pass. 31-25. Red Devils down by 6, and Lauderdale has it stolen away. On the drive, missed shot. McCory, no. McCory rebound, put back, yes. McCory with 2 offensive rebounds off the miss by Abby Koch. Here is a 15-footer on the way, good by Lauderdale. Red Devils down by 6 as we come up on the 3-minute mark. Lauderdale trying to get a takeaway from Cotty out front. Trojans looking underneath. They have the size advantage again with Robin on that low post. We haven't seen Logan Cox in a little while. Here's a 3-point shot way off the mark. And East Central gives it back to the Red Devils with 2:36 to go. That was not the shot that East Central head coach Kevin Moore was looking for, and we've got a whistle. Bucket is good and a foul. How about Braxton Hurley? Hurley now with 10, second straight ball game in which she's gotten into double figures. Back in the ball game will be Paige Hogue now for East Central. The Red Devils come back now with Allen. Also coming in for East Central is Logan Cox. Well, the size has not bothered the Red Devils at all here tonight. Even though they fell down in double digits, they have battled back and can make this a one-possession game, and the free throw's no good. Rebound by Cox. Trojans on the run the other way. Red Devils get back quickly on defense. By the way, Heaven Stevens has checked into the lineup. She's working that low post against Robin. 2:17 to go in the quarter. Here's a drive, and boy, almost missing the layup was McCory again, but she's able to get that one to fall. McCory now with 15, and the Red Devils lead at 35-29. Mullins into the ball game as well for the Red Devils. Mullins will give Richmond an extra ball handler, but she gets trapped very close to midcourt. Here's Hurley. Right along with Stevens and Allen along that front line. Here is Braxton Hurley. Fadeaway jumper missed, and the rebound by Paige Hogue. Here come the Trojans, leading it by 6. Entry pass, the kick out by Cox. Once again, very good ball movement, and the three-pointer is good from the left wing. This time, it's McCory hitting the three, and the Trojans, just like that, get the lead back to 9. McCory with 7 in the quarter, 18 for the night. Here's Hurley driving and draws the foul, and that'll go against Paige Hogue. And Hurley will go to the line now for 2. Boy, Richmond got it to within 4. Would have made it a one-possession game on a made free throw. And then just like that, East Central extending the lead back up to 9 as that free throw is good, 38-30. 1:09 remaining here in the third. Second free throw is good. Hurley having a nice ball game again with 12. She had 12 last night, and the lead at 7. Richmond staying in that 2-3 zone. They're just daring East Central to shoot it from the outside. McCory hit a 3 a little bit ago, but it hasn't been consistent. They have moved the ball as well as anybody. I just say that. There's another 3, as this time Lauren Helton hits the 3. So back-to-back threes. Helton has 3 3-pointers for 9 points. Hogue will come out. Back in the lineup will be Robin, the 6'4 junior, will play down in that low post. Lead at 10. Well, even if Richmond loses this game tonight, this is a much better representation, though there's a turnover. Number 15, East Central on the run the other way. Basket is good by Helton, and she'll go to the line for 1. Boy, Richmond a turnover, number 15, 35.2 remaining. Foul's going to be called on Mullins. That's her 4th. Maxwell quickly out of the lineup. And here is Helton at the line. Helton with 11. 2 players in double figures now for East Central. And it's 44-31. Coming out of the game will be Logan Cox. Logan has 3 fouls to make sure she doesn't pick up a cheap one right here. Red Devils down by 13. They got it to within 4. Almost a steal. And that'll be a 10-second call as Richmond turns it over. In the ballgame for the Red Devils now is Asia Orr, a freshman. Richmond now with 16 turnovers, and the last couple of minutes have not been kind to Richmond here tonight. Logan Cox will come back in. 21.4 remaining. By the way, Richmond's going to be playing at the East Central tournament, and there's an offensive foul away from the basketball, and they got Logan Cox. That's going to be her 4th. Offensive foul is a turnover. That'll be 15 turnovers. And Logan got just a little bit too aggressive down there in the low post. Richmond will get it back with 17.3 seconds remaining. Lauderdale, Richmond will have to keep an eye on the clock, and they throw it away. East Central works it down low, and a foul called on Hurley. It'll be a two-shot foul, and Braxton picks up her third. Now the scoreboard says that as well. They changed the foul to number 24, which is Allen. That's going to be her first. Free throws missed. Weiler at the line. And we'll be back in for number 2. 8.2 seconds remaining here in the third. Second free throw is good. And the Red Devils trail it by 14. Richmond's going to have to hurry here. Not keeping an eye on the clock. Here's Lauderdale, and Richmond will not get a shot off. Well, they got close. They got to within 4, and then nothing went right the rest of the way. We will head to the fourth quarter on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. Red Devils trail this one 45-31. This is Richmond girls basketball, Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Since 1994, Beach Automotive has provided motorists in the Richmond area with comprehensive auto repair services that include car and truck care, alignment, brakes, tires, engine, transmission, and more. You'll be hard-pressed to find the same level of expertise that our auto mechanic specialists provide. For a high-performing vehicle, trust Beach Automotive. To learn more, call 765-966-8181. Beach Automotive, 110 East Main Street, Richmond.
Big Boys Pizza is now open in Richmond, located at 1015 East Main Street, next door to the Civic Theater. The menu has great sandwiches, pasta, salads, and of course, pizza. Come dine in, carry out, or have your food delivered day or night, at home or at the office. Other locations are in Connorsville and Brookville. Bring in a sports ticket after any game and receive 10% off your purchase. Ticket must be dated for the same day as your purchase. Dine in, take out, or delivery, Big Boys Pizza. 765-488-0023.
Here is Hurley down the lane, in and out on the shot. Pretty good move by Hurley. And a foul on the rebound. They may have gotten Allen, the freshman. And that will be Allen's second foul. Fourth quarter here at the Tiernan Center. Now Richmond, a much better effort, as we said here tonight. It may not result in a win, but something they can really build on here this evening. And another block shot by Hurley as she went up and got a piece of McCory's shot again. Well, you'd think that McCory would give her a shot fake and get her to fly on by. Ball went out of bounds. It'll go back over to the Red Devils. A lot of kids don't like to shot fake. They think it looks silly, but I'll tell you what, as the ball is loose, and Hurley's going to get teed up right there. Hurley shoved the player on the floor, and that's a mistake by Braxton Hurley, who just picked up her fourth foul overall and a technical foul on Hurley. And Ian, take that back. Richmond's going to get a timeout right here before we shoot the free throws. So we will take a quick timeout as well. Stay right there as the Red Devils trail on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard, 45-31.
I got this.
I got this.
I got this.
At Harrington Hogue, we believe your life belongs to you. That's why we work hard to make sure that your insurance coverage is the last thing you have to worry about. So when it comes to keeping you protected,
We got this.
Well, East Central can really close the gap right here after the technical foul on Braxton Hurley. Helton is at the line. And by the way, the possession should go back to Richmond as well, so the gap could get much larger here at 14. Boy, they missed a lot of free throws. That is their fourth miss from the free throw line. They missed 3 in a row at the end of the first half when McCory got fouled on the three-pointer. That one is good, so 1 of 2 for Helton. And the Red Devils now trail this one by 15 here in the fourth quarter. Red Devils again will zone trap, try to get that ball out of the hands of their playmakers. A drive down the lane, nice shot by McCory. Red Devils will have to stop that penetration. Richmond again facing a zone trap of their own. Mullins lobs it now to Woolridge. Down to Heaven Stevens, has it blocked. That is Robin with the block at 6'4". Here come the Trojans again as Helton crosses the timeline, and now we'll set things up in the half court. East Central can be a little more patient offensively now that they have taken the lead here in the fourth quarter. Boy, really extended, though, in that third as the ball goes out of bounds. Turnover, East Central, and look almost like from here that Heaven Stevens committed a foul, but no whistle. 16 turnovers now by the Trojans, and that's, I would imagine, for East Central, that might be a little bit high. Oh, Mullins traveled with it. Boy, you're hoping your point guard will be able to take care of the basketball. Yeah, that's an unforced error right there. We mentioned Richmond back in action on Tuesday. They'll be home against Newcastle. Newcastle coming off of a state championship in volleyball, so they might be a little bit behind some of the players playing on the volleyball team. Trojans will work it around the perimeter. They're in no hurry right now, looking for a wide open shot. This is one of the better passing teams that we have seen. Even though they have turned the ball over 16 times tonight, they know where everyone is. The system that is put in by their head coach Kevin Moore works out very well for their personnel. And they can run a lot of time off the clock right here, leading it by 17. Richmond outscored 18-13 in that last quarter, but they turn it over. Here come the Red Devils back the way. Lauderdale, scoop shot up and good. Lauderdale. East Central now with 17 turnovers. The Red Devils with 18. In the corner. Lob pass inside. Robin turns and scores. Well, when you have size at 6'4", they can make it look pretty easy. Only 4 points now, though, for Robin. Cox has 2. Those are the 2 players that have not hurt them, but then Richmond just turned it over for the 19th time. That is what is amazing about this one. It's been Helton and McCory that have hurt the Red Devils here tonight, not the 2 big post players. Trojans basketball. Well, they're looking inside again to Robin. 4:45 remaining here in the fourth. A foul called, a blocking foul called on Woolridge. And don't let your emotions get you here in the fourth quarter. Woolridge just picked up her first. Here is Molly Morgan-Mindy in the ball game. We've been waiting for Molly Morgan-Mindy. Here's Mullins leaving. Also coming in will be Kyla Maxwell for East Central. How can you expect to win if you don't play Molly Morgan-Mindy? Red Devils trap out front. McCory will fall, and they're going to call a foul first. And who do they get? I think they're going to get Lauderdale. .432 remaining. East Central on the inbound. By the way, Lauderdale just her first, and Lauderdale into double figures tonight with 11. And another foul. That may be right. There's that Allen. They're going to get Allen for her third. Red Devils just picked up their 5th team foul. East Central was 7. McCory gets trapped out front. Timeout by East Central. So the Red Devils able to trap, did a good job of it, forcing the timeout by the Trojans. We will take a timeout as well as the Red Devils trail this one 50-33.
Kate's Cages is the #1 indoor training facility for baseball and softball in Richmond by far. With top flight instructors, you will learn how to play the game the right way. Everything from pitching, hitting, catching, and fielding. Kate's Cages will also have the opportunity to participate in triple play fall ball, the softball academy, individual and team camps, and individual private workouts. Kate's Cages Baseball and Softball Indoor Training Facility, 1366 Rose City Boulevard. Call 993-2353 for more information.
Well, the Red Devils, we'd mentioned a couple of moments ago, they were within 4. And then East Central just kind of took off from there, now leading it by 17 here in the 4th quarter. Want to remind everyone we will have all the scores and much more. If you're not wanting to stay up late tonight, we're the only scoreboard in the Richmond area tomorrow morning on the sports page. College football today, college basketball, high school basketball, and much, much more on the sports page, brought to you by Subway. We are going to go to the free throw line. Here is McCory. Should be a 1 and bonus. That is the 7th team foul. I think. Casey Poland's right there at the bottom of your screen, coming out to mid-court. By the way, now the Red Devils, Hurley has 4 fouls, Creech with 3, Mullins with 4, Allen with 3. Two officials now over talking with Casey Pollins. This will give a chance for you to see the 5 players on the floor right now for Richmond. There you go. And there's Molly Morgan-Mindy, number 22. She's slowly developing a fan cult here in Richmond. Is that what they call it? Cult favorite. She's a fan cult. I don't know what it means either. I hated that Morgan-Mindy show anyway. And I'm not sure what we're doing here, but did they call it another technical on Richmond? They must have, because McCory's going to go to the line. Boy, she doesn't like to shoot the free throw by herself. She's 0 for 4 from the line. I'm not sure really what that was about. Why do you shoot 1 free throw right there? I think we just let her keep shooting the free throw and we'll be all right. So now the Trojans get the basketball too. That didn't make any sense. Anytime there's another technical, it's usually a 2-shot technical. Trojans working underneath. Nice pass. Layup good by Hogue. 52-33. Another turnover, layup good. And things are starting to go south as McCory scores. And this thing looking kind of lopsided here at the end. Lauderdale with the basketball. This now the biggest lead at 21. Hard to believe that in the third quarter it was a 4-point ball game and another Richmond turnover. 20 now for Richmond. Here is Helton. Wisely backs it up and will look to work some more time off the clock. 3:09 remaining. Helton high to get that one. Good ball movement again into the low post. Turning, shooting, and missing is Maxwell and Anna Creech. Creech, by the way, just 2 points here tonight. They've relied a lot as Richmond will get a timeout. We'll keep it here for this timeout. Richmond will play Newcastle coming up on Tuesday. And then next Saturday, they're back home against Logansport. Both of those games are 7:30 tip-off times, and both games right here on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Red Devils go on the road for the first time. They'll go to Union City November 21st, and then their third conference game will be against Muncie Central at Muncie. Now, again, that game won't be played at the field house that I know of because of storm damage they had there in the last week or so. I think they're going to play that game at Muncie Southside Middle School. If we get word on any details on that, where they'll play it, we'll let you know. But then Richmond will be back against a good Rushville team on November 28th. Richmond will have played 8 of their games in the month of November. That's a lot of games to play in 1 month, especially this early in the season. The majority of their games will come in November and January. So it'll be Richmond basketball, 2:48 remaining here in this one. East Central continues to zone trap. Here's Creech. May have traveled, no whistle. Woolridge deep in the corner, bouncing back again to Hurley. Richmond so far just 2 points in this fourth quarter. Here is Lauderdale. Throws up a shot, can't get it to go. Crashing the boards is Creech. Put back, no. Ball tipped. Woolridge down the lane, no. Boy, some shots right near the rim, and they can't get it to fall. Cox with a rebound. 2 minutes remaining. Richmond will lose this one here tonight, but again, a better performance than last night. They cut down on the turnovers as that one knocked out of bounds by Hurley. They kept the bigs pretty much in check, but just couldn't contain McCory and Helton tonight. Kind of gives you a good idea of how balanced an East Central basketball team is. Their ability to use their guards the way they have tonight. There's a three on the way. That's way off the mark. Woolridge, I think, is going to pick up the foul. Woolridge picks up number 2. This is Tristan Dennis, a 5'9" sophomore at the line. Dennis looking to score for the first time tonight. And will not in the front end of the 1-and-1. And somehow the Trojans get another rebound. Lauderdale picks up the foul. That'll be team foul number 9 on Richmond, so we will stay in the 1-and-bonus as Megan Cotty will go to the line. Free throw no good. Boy, and there's an offensive rebound put back inside by Maxwell. She just cleared out a Richmond player. 50, they have it 55, should be 56. And a missed shot again. Here come the Trojans. And we're down to a minute 12. Richmond will fall to 1-2. They lose both games this weekend after their opening win over Union. So you've had a blowout, you lose a bad game to Anderson, you come back and you play East Central. I think that Casey's seen a little bit of everything so far in 3 games. They still have it listed at 55. There's a nice pass inside. Layup good again by Maxwell. And they're going to keep it at 57, so I'll knock it down to 57 as well. Bucket good, and a foul at 37.8. As Woolridge now with 7 will go to the line. Gibson will come in for the Red Devils. That is Shyla Gibson. Red Devils will also bring into the ball game. See, they have her listed at 34, but I don't see her name on here. Free throws on the way, no good by Woolridge. And 57-35. 30 seconds remaining. High post as Ashley McCool has come in, 5'10" and a junior. East Central able to dribble away as Cotty at the point. 10 seconds to go. And they will not even shoot, or I wouldn't expect them to shoot one more time. I take that back as driving down is Tristan Dennis with 3.5. So that'll put Dennis at the line. She missed the front end of the 1-and-1 moments ago. This will be 2 shots, and the free throw has not been kind to East Central tonight. Woolridge is out. Allen is back in. Second free throw on the way is no good. 3.5 to go, and this one is in the books. Final score on the Wesley Bates Wealth Management scoreboard. East Central gets the win tonight, 57-35. We'll come back and wrap it up in a moment. This has been Richmond Girls Basketball and Radio Troy Digital Sports.
Our community. It's where we live. It's where we work. It's where we play. At West End Bank, we're not just in the community, we're a part of the community. And that's why we support over 100 programs for local nonprofits and schools, including our financial literacy program that positively impacts countless students throughout the area. You bank locally, so we give back locally. To watch people grow with endless possibilities.
Wish me luck, wish me luck. We've all said it. Thing is, life doesn't run on luck. For most people, it takes careful planning. A lot more than, say, crossing your fingers or toes. So talk to Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Because as your life changes, your life insurance coverage should do the same. And when it comes to your coverage, luck should have nothing to do with it. Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance. Stop knocking on wood.
Questions about your coverage in Wayne County? Call 765-962-9548 and ask for me, Kevin Shearer.
As we wrap it up here tonight, the Red Devils now drop to 1-2 on the season as they lose it 57-35. Red Devils again 1-2 on the year. And East Central, they improved to 3-1, leading the way tonight for East Central. McCory had 22, Helton had 13. The only 2 players in double figures tonight for the Trojans. Red Devils were led by the second straight night as Braxton Hurley with 12. Lauderdale finished with 11. Woolridge with 7, 3 by Wright and 2 by Creech. So the Red Devils will go back to the drawing board. They'll take on Newcastle on Tuesday, and we remind you that game here on Radio Troy Digital Sports, it's a 7:30 scheduled tip-off time. We'll be on the air at around 7:15 with all the action again on Radio Troy Digital Sports. Final score once again, East Central 57, Richmond 35. Thanks for being with us. We'll see you next time in Radio Troy Digital Sports.